Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm here thick within the chaos of the 2023 Detroit Auto Show. And guess what? I had to stop at the Toyota booth because they brought more taco goodness to the floor. And it's this vehicle right here. What is this? This is your totally redesigned 2024 Toyota Tacoma. This particular one we haven't shown you yet. This is an TRD off-road spec Tacoma. But before we get into this all-new mid-size pickup truck from Toyota, let's talk about what's going on here. They're on a rampage. It's like they're changing their models. They're coming up with all these different special editions, manual transmission in the Supra. Well, guess what? You can still get a manual transmission in a Tacoma. And the best news is you could have it your way. And I'll talk more about that when we talk about what's underneath the hood. Now, mid-size truck segment, a lot of newcomers that have had some changes. The Colorado, the Canyon. Of course, a few years ago, it was the Frontier that got redesigned. Now it's time for the Tacoma. Big changes to the exterior, even bigger changes to the interior. But what I want to find out is Toyota still going to be the king of the mid-size pickup trucks? Let's go ahead, let's dive into our solar flare orange Tacoma and find out. Right off the bat, the color. I feel like this needs to be an official, no other brand can touch it color, because when you put it on a Toyota vehicle, especially one of their trucks, it just makes sense. Absolutely love how it accentuates the new style of the Tacoma. Now, at the front of the business, you'll see our all-new headlight design, LED headlights, daytime running lamps, of course. I like the way they smoked it out a little bit. And then look at our fender flares. Not only are they looking good and they're gonna keep those different wheels and tires tucked in, you'll notice how we have those functional air curtains on the side. It's something so simple, but yet not only is it functional, but it looks really killer as well. Coming across the front nose, they did a great job keeping the identity of the Tacoma, but letting you know that definitely something is new here. First time since 2016, the Tacoma has gotten a redesign. So we have an all-new grille, flat black, with that Toyota badge, top dead in center, nice aluminum finish to it. Working our way down, you're gonna have functionality and of course some LED lighting for the fog lamps. Underneath, what you're gonna find is some skid plate protection, which is nice. And of course, with our Bilstein suspension, this TRD off-road has Bilstein shock absorbers, all four corners, gives you a little bit extra height and extra ground clearance. Now, as we rise up, bold hood, and I like the way the hood is very similar to the bigger brother, the Tundra. They did a great job with keeping that identity. It's like a Toyota truck identity. As we come around the bend, what are we working? Wheel and tire stuff. So when you go TRD off-road, here are those specific wheels. Nice flat black, machine aluminum around. You're gonna have a little bit of an upgrade in the tire. So this is an off-road trail terrain BF Goodrich tire. Not as beefy as a TRD Off-Road Pro, but with the 17-inch wheel and these tires, you're gonna be able to go off the beaten path, 265 in the width, and you have a nice 70 series sidewall. Lori's gonna show off, you'll see the blue of the Bilstein dampers with our control arm shock absorbers. And then as we rise up, let's talk about underneath the hood. You're actually gonna have choices. You could go with an internal combustion engine, 2.4 liter turbocharged engine, or they're also gonna have hybrid power plants. First time on a Tacoma. Working our way down the side, on this particular one, we have color match on the mirror caps, a little bit of satin black. We got the Tacoma name, looking good, and I love the way they do this indentation along the bottom portion. Flat black on the door handles, flat black on the window frame treatment. And then from the side, you could see how that mid-size Tacoma still has that perfect look and perfect dimensions. Now, what's great is, working our way towards the rear, you're still gonna be able to have that four-door flexibility, and no longer, when we talk about rear brakes, can you say anything about drums. We have four-wheel disc brakes on the Tacoma, first time, which is really nice. Now, when we get to the back, Lori's gonna be able to show you that frame, the Bilstein suspension. Of course, when it comes to the bed of this truck, we still have that composite bed, something you saw previously when they did the redesign in 2016, something that's been brought over to the bigger Tundra. And what's nice is you don't have to worry about dents, you don't have to worry about corrosion because it's a composite bed, nice and strong and durable. Working our way towards the rear, swinging it around the back. I love on this TRD off-road how you have the color matched bumper areas. Really, really nicely done. The Tacoma name stamped across the back. And as we work our way down, you have your full tow hookup in the rear of the vehicle to do your towing, over 6,000 pound towing capacity, and then that rear bed. Fold down, no gimmicky rear tailgate going on. It's a nice, strong, sturdy tailgate, and the dimensions to the interior of the bed, fantastic with LED lighting in the bed. But why don't we go ahead? I told you there's big changes, and it's not just about the outside. Let's get inside this new Tacoma and show you what's happening. All right, guys, we are inside this 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Now, we have to thank the whole Toyota team because guess what? I don't know if you noticed, but it said doors are meant to be locked on this vehicle, but it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, and that's how we got access. Now, I just want to preface, this is a pre-production model, so there are some unfinished components to it that are going to be different when you get yours at the dealership, but I just wanted to let you know that. Now, pricing is not official yet, but I am sure that they have their calculator out, their abacus out to make sure it's going to go up nicely against the Colorado, the Canyon, the Frontier, so on and so forth. But let's see what you get in this TRD off-road real quick, because it is pre-production, to the door panels. We're just going to show you the style of what's happening. Going from the door panel to the dash, we have, of course, our silver trim with the Tacoma name and the official Tacoma taco holder. So a lot of Tacoma owners, they call it the taco. This is your official taco holder. Some cilantro, some salsa, maybe some salsa verde, all those types of things. Coming on in, sliding on in, what do you have? That large infotainment system. Now, standard is going to be 8-inch. This is the 14-inch system. I can't turn it on because we are at the auto show, but that is the screen size. You do have your TRD start-stop button, which is nice. And then working your way down, heated seats. Somebody removed the volume knob because they don't want somebody with sticky fingers taking it home as a souvenir from the Detroit Auto Show. But you got 3 stages of heated seats. Your climate control, standard climate control in this TRD off-road. I love the toggle switches, especially for the modes and everything. You do have your passenger, has that oh crap handle, USB-Cs, and a 12 volts. And then of course, you have this for your 10-speed automatic transmission. Love the way you have sway bar disconnect. Obviously go into your different modes here as well. And then you have your 2 cup holders. Semi-soft material. Open this up. You could easily put, I would say, 2 Rubik's Cubes in there. So if you're going to the Rubik's Cube Championships in your Tacoma, you could keep your 2 Rubik's Cubes perfectly placed here. And then the seats. The cloth material, the contrast stitching, the two-tone. On this particular trim, you have manual adjustments for the passenger, manual adjustments for the driver. You can get a sunroof. This one does not have it, but come on over to the business end because I feel like everybody's going to jump us here at the Detroit Auto Show. All right, guys, business time. Behind the wheel, you do have the Toyota name on the sill, and then for an additional 5 horsepower, the Tacoma TRD off-road floor mats. There's your manual seat controls. I'm 6 feet tall, and I love the amount of space that they brought into the Tacoma. And then, of course, the steering wheel. Plucked right out of the Tundra, that's not a bad thing. 2 different types of leather, perforated and smooth. Stitching on the horn button, flat black on all the switch gear. You do have a digital gauge display. I can't show it to you because this is a pre-production and we are at the auto show. Do watch my other 2024 Toyota Tacoma reviews from Kona in Hawaii on the Big Island. You definitely want to watch that, but I wish I could go for an off-road drive right about now. I heard the Michigan roads feel like an off-road adventure, but we got to wrap it up from the auto show, so let's get to it. All right, guys, I'm telling you right now, this Detroit Auto Show is back in business with all the people climbing on this Tacoma, almost like a bunch of ants climbing on a sugar cube. That's what the desire is, to get not only on top of this Tacoma, they're trying to climb onto the roof, but also to the interior, which guess what? Nah. I know people in high up places, and I was able to get in. Just for you though. Remember, we do it for you here on Raiti's Rides, but let me know what you think. Is the Tacoma that king of the mid-size truck still, based off of what you see here? Leave your comment in that comment section, but if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. Of course, we can't do it without her. If she ever wants to put the camera down and retire, we may not let that happen. But Lori's making it happen still here in Detroit. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.